the stage where art being an expression medium is not looked upon as a professional, as a suitable professional occupation. There are not enough opportunities for artists who are growing or have just started their work.
A lot of folk musicians in smaller parts of the country and like local artists in smaller towns and cities in India don't have the exposure to interact with people from other countries, and other urban people also don't get to interact with these local artisans.
I think something I've always admired about the way the UK has looked at the arts is that they've seen it as a subject that's worthy of support within the development space itself. And I think that's something that in India is definitely a nascent field. We've always looked at, art as either for art's sake or art as a tool for social change, but never really art as something that needs to be supported and established. And I think that's something that the UK has done really, really well, whether it's in terms of the councils that the UK government has set up, or whether it's in terms of the kind of funding that's available for people to do innovative programs. And I think that collaborations of this nature really help build the infrastructure in India that allows artists to collaborate.
In India, we still have some access to British artists, but I'm not too sure what the situation is like in the UK and whether people in the UK really have the space to explore Indian art or Indian music.
The UK definitely brings a vast body of research and knowledge and ongoing work as well in the field of arts and in the field of education, whether it's state-sponsored or whether it's private or happening in different universities across the country. And it just reinforces and enhances the body of knowledge that we have about how we perceive the arts, the relevance of the arts, the value of the arts, even more so for projects such as ours where we look at the value of the arts for communities who otherwise are not seen as having any value. It just helps to encourage our work in ways that I think are even difficult to describe now, given how new some of the nature of the work that we are doing in India is, and how we are trying to also propel the idea forward that arts, music, or education around these has a critical and has a very, very relevant purpose in the lives of people, whether they come from affluent backgrounds or whether they come from semi-literate, semi-educated backgrounds.
It's important for us to find a way in which art can go to the people and not people going to the arts.
One space definitely is engaging students and young people and young designers with craftsmen, where it would be great for them to see the process, to see the demonstration of the craft itself and the techniques involved, the traditional tools that are used. What is important here is for the artisans also to explore UK and its story and its relation with India so that they can incorporate it in their art.
I'd love to see more UK-India government-funded, Arts Council-funded exchange programs for teachers. I think that teachers in the Indian education system who are looking at the arts and music really do need that opportunity to, visit their counterparts in a cultural context where systems for the arts are far more well-defined and established. I think, exposures that also look at how, say for example, the arts are a great way to build life skills in young people is something that as curriculum and methodology has been done by Arts Council funded programs really, really well. I'd love to see some innovative collaborations that come out of that, and I think it'll also give a lot more confidence to teachers and communities out here to get that push to say that it is really worth being an arts education, a professional or an arts educator, and that it's also worth fighting the system at different levels because it's something that shouldn't disappear from the classrooms within the country.
I'm Rachit Sai Barak, and I've been working as a media professional in New Delhi for the past 3 years. I've worked with non-profits usually. In the past, I've created digital storytelling programs with at-risk children to look at how one can teach life skills to them through the medium of film and photography. I've also shot and edited short documentaries on issues of gender and sexuality, education and governance. I decided to feature social entrepreneurs based in Delhi who have worked with arts and music for the past couple of years. And the video provides not just about what young people feel, but it provides suggestions that, if implemented through policy, can actually create sustainable change.